Kia ora whānau. This morning we are on Allen Road here in Pakowhai, Hastings, and I'm just here with Karen, the owner of the property we're working at, and we're just going to hear a little bit about her story and see what's happened here. Right. Kia ora, Karen. Oh, hold on, my camera has... Right, let's just take it off there. All right, how are you?
I'm blessed today because I have you and many helpers, and I'm just so stoked for all the help that you are giving us in this community.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you for giving us a fine day today.
I reckon it's beautiful.
Yesterday I was a bit gutted with the rain, but look, we've got the sun shining in Hawke's Bay, giving us everything we can have to keep everything dry.
For sure. So we've got everyone on the tools and the diggers here at the moment. I was just wondering if you could tell us a little bit about your experience. What happened here?
So it started.
Well done, guys.
It started at about 6:30 on that fateful Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I went out to check my horses, and my horse paddock was just a little bit underwater. I had Cody and Flirty Flo, my little pony. So I moved them into a back paddock where it wasn't underwater. And then I heard some quad bikes going up and down the road, so I went out and helped the farmer who has 180 cows up on the riverbank.
Oh my goodness.
So we used 3 quad bikes, my neighbour, his son and the farmer to try to save the stock. So he put them in a paddock just below the stock bank on the southern side of the Turakuri. And then I decided to be nosy and go and have a look at the stock bank. And I just started screaming. I was hysterical because I knew it was going to go. It was side by side, right at the top, and it had whitecaps and trees, and I could hear the trees smashing the Brookfields Bridge. It was just a continuous smashing. So I don't know how my quad bike coped, but I zoomed back here at about 100 kilometres an hour and started screaming at my flatmate to help me with the ladder. And we got the cat and my dog, and I remember having an argument about where we were going to put the ladder. So we managed to get the ladder up on the lowest part of my very steep roof, and we had some people start screaming down the road. They'd been swamped in their cars, they were running for their lives trying to get somewhere safe, so we started putting people up on my roof. And then the water started coming in more, so I moved my sheep and my horses to another paddock, which is that one that's got a bit of green on it because that was the highest point. And then I got back up on the roof, but then another stock bank must have gone and we started filling up, the house started filling up. So my neighbour Troy, who was the most amazing man, and I indebted to him for saving my horses, he got his son to kayak out, opened my gates, and I swam my horses out through that back gate and up onto the stock.
So this is Troy, your neighbour Troy.
Yeah,
so
Troy
we've done some work at his property too, and we've actually heard his story about how he kayaked and used his tin snaps to snap peat out of the roof.
That's correct, yep.
What an amazing dude. He
also saved my neighbour who lives in my rental cottage here. He got swamped in there, and we had to kayak him up onto my roof as well. So I then kayaked down after we moved the horses down there. I kayaked up to some friends that I know have got horses at the other end of Allen Road, and they were sitting in their boat with their dog and their goat. But their horses were still in the paddock and it was too late to get them out.
Oh shit, how many horses?
2. Yeah.
Okay.
1 survived.
Yeah, okay.
So then I kayaked back, but it was so strong, the current, that I kept getting pushed into the she oaks, and I had to end up getting off and power walking chest deep in water to get back here. And then we got back up onto the roof. So we had 17 people on my roof.
17?
We had 12, a newborn baby, 2 dogs, a cat, and we had 4, Peter Marshall's family up on my shed roof. And then I started ringing...
a newborn baby?
A newborn baby, yeah. So we hid the little baby under the eaves so that it wouldn't get cold.
Oh.
And then Troy with his kayaks got his son to go into my shed and grab a whole lot of tarpaulins, and we just tried to wrap ourselves in tarpaulins to stop getting too cold.
See, because the cyclone was still pouring down on you guys while you were standing on the roof?
Absolutely pouring down. So I basically watched my 80 sheep drown to death. I couldn't do anything to save them, and that was probably one of the worst things in the world that still wakes me up every night, is watching my babies, because a lot of them were my pets, drown and take their last breath. But we also had 2 pigs swimming around our house as well, and they lived. believe it or not. We found
pigs
them on the
lived?
stock bank
Oh my
about 4
goodness.
days later. So we
Holy
stayed up there,
shit.
we had a jet boat come and take some off, and then the rest of us waited for 8 hours until
Was
they
this one of the jet boats from Surf Lifesaving, or was it? Yeah,
I think so. And then we waited till 5:30, so we were up there for about 8 hours until I got a glow coat and I stood up by my chimney and I managed to wave a helicopter, saw us and came and did 2 loads with the helicopter, and then another jet boat came and took Peter Marshall and his family off my shed with their dog.
Jesus.
So it was pretty traumatic and it's devastating. But I found my horses 2 days later. On the
Oh
stock
my
bank.
God.
They survived, and also Rebecca Marshall's horse Pony. So I walked in from Turakuri, from the expressway. I walked along the stock bank to here, and they were up on the stock bank. So
Oh my goodness.
I'm blessed because I have a dog, cat, and 2 horses, and I still have my life.
You are just so positive about all of this.
Very blessed.
This is breaking my heart. I'm like, guys, I'm literally in tears right now hearing all this. This is
But Peter, Troy
Absolutely
Duncan
horrible.
was an amazing man. Amazing.
Yeah.
He saved 2 lives, 180 stock, and 3 horses.
Oh my God.
He is a hero in my eyes.
So what has happened since then? So you were obviously taken to some emergency accommodation of some sort?
So I'm blessed to have friends and family in Hastings and Havelock, so I've been staying with them.
Awesome.
And I have lovely friends that have given me grazing for my horses, and now it's a big clean up, and
Yeah.
I'm indebted to you and your helpers to be here today because it's very overwhelming.
Okay. Well, we're definitely happy to get dirty and get muddy and get whatever done that we need to get done. So that's awesome. Can you tell me how? So this was what, 3 weeks ago now that this all happened?
Yeah, 3.5 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So have you had many crews come through and give you a hand in that last 3 weeks?
I've had Simon Henson and his crew come in and strip my big house out of everything.
Shout out to Simon. That's
I know,
awesome.
amazing man, amazing, and clean out all my sheds. And I've had some wonderful friends that have helped me along the way with a digger every now and again and trucks. So
That's beautiful.
the community has just been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Just phenomenal.
Have you had anyone from like the council or civil defence come and offer any sort of assistance?
No, I've been yellow stickered on both my properties.
Yeah. And yellow stickered means?
So that means it's inhabitable, but I'm allowed to come in and work around my property, but I'm not allowed to live here.
Yeah. Are the houses here salvageable? Do you know?
I don't know.
Don't know yet?
And the insurance process is going to be a very, very, very long one. I've only had one assessor through on the main house. I haven't had anyone through on the little new build cottage that I've got. But I'm hoping that will be salvageable because it's quite new. And it's Sinkaloom. My big old beautiful Californian bungalow. That's another story. It is such a beautiful house, and I've just finished renovating it and restoring it. So it's pretty gutting that but that's insurance, I guess, is going to tell me whether that's savable or not.
Yeah, yeah. And what was your life like before all this happened? Are you retired?
No, I work full time.
Oh yes.
I'm a police officer.
Oh yes.
And so I had the most amazing life. I was eventing my horse during dressage.
Oh.
I just finished my house. My property was absolutely stunning, and I was starting to just relax a little bit, enjoy life. It was coming together for me, and yeah, it was a wonderful life.
And
just a little bit more work, and I'll get it back.
Yeah, and just one other question. So from what I've heard from other property owners we've worked with, I've just been asking the same question to everyone. Did you get any alerts or warnings, or the emergency alert on your phone that sometimes comes through to warn you that all this was coming?
No, I didn't. It came too fast. No one knew it was going to come this fast. It was like, I liken it to a tsunami. We had a river with whitecaps. We had spraying units floating down the road, big orchard spraying units. It was like a tsunami. There was no pre-warning. If I had been, I would have got all my stock out.
Yeah.
And I beat myself up about that maybe I should have known, but
No, there's no way you could have known.
we did get the emergency alert, but we were already up on the roof, and I was ringing 111 like every 5 minutes, but unfortunately cell coverage was
Really bad.
Really bad, and they couldn't hear me properly. But I did manage to get through to the Hastings Police Station, so they knew where we were.
Yeah.
But at that stage they were trying to save lives with people clinging in trees along Pakowhai Road, so they knew we were safe on my roof.
Yeah.
And they were doing all their best to save other people that were in more dire straits than we were.
Yeah. Oh man. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I know that wasn't easy for you, so let's get on with the work that needs to be done here. And let's go for a walk around and see what everyone's up to. We'll end the live stream here. Thank you so much, Karen, and I'll start a new live stream very shortly and we'll go for a walk around the property. Kia ora whānau.